Okay. What's going on, guys? Girls, Rob here. And I'm kind of in the middle of a saga or whatever, I guess you want to call it. Can't really decide if I'm going to do something tomorrow or not. I've been feeling kind of bad today. If you saw my video earlier, I didn't do very well on that. And now I go get me a few corks. And some of these I heard actually show up better on camera. The orange ones. So, and then I've got my camera. I've got all my batteries with me right here. I got my camera. It's right here. I've taken it out already. That's right. But I've got my got everything, and I've got my tripod back in there. I won't even need this piece here. I'll just put a tripod on it if I go. Thinking about going trout fishing. So if I do, I've got some size 10 hooks. They're really small. And I've got me some size 8s. I'll probably start with size 8s. They're a little bit bigger. And I got me a lot of different kinds of baits to try. I also grabbed me some different size weights. Kind of like BB weights. I don't call them bullet weights. The split shots. So I got different size those. So if I do go tomorrow morning, I'll probably be gone from here by 5:30, 5:45. And we'll work on what I've got to do to get some to hit for me tomorrow. Number one, it's supposed to be a nice day, so that's one thing. It was like 24-mile-an-hour winds today. It's hard to really get fish to bite. Then I'm thinking about taking a GoPro with me and a tripod and see if I can catch some trout. Go trout fishing and see if I can get some good footage. I would hope to, but I don't know if I would or not. I think there's a good chance that I can catch some stuff. I need to probably get some stuff put together for tonight and be ready for tomorrow if I'm going to do it. That's for sure, because it's going to be cold early. Hoping to do some strat football this week. Oh, okay, very cool. Very cool. I'd like to be there before 7 or by 7. And, a lot of the fishing I would do probably would be between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m. And when I say that, I'd try to get there before a lot of other people do. And if I can do that, then I've got myself a legit chance of catching. No, I'd go by myself. And you would see the hole that I'm going to go fishing in. Hell, it's only about twice as big as this room. It's not a big place. But there are fish that gather in a certain area there. We know about it. I definitely know how they do. And with any luck, I could catch my 6 pretty early, I would think. So I got to go downstairs and get some stuff, and get my, actually, I don't know if I've got to get anything else for my cam here. I don't think so. I don't think I have to do anything else. I don't know. I'll have to see what I'd have to bring with me as far as pieces for my camcorder. And like I said, I've got so many batteries, and I've got extra cards too. I've got the cards, a couple extra of those. So I have got everything I need. There's no doubt about that. Just trying to get everything in line and charging everything. That's the main thing. If I'm able to do that, get everything ready, I should be able to catch some stuff tomorrow. let me look at the radar right now. That's another thing, you know. Really don't want to go after a rain because it gets so muddy. Um, uh, Here we go. A couple more people done join me now. When gust sparks fires. I don't think it's around here. Evening all. B.R. Wells. B.R. Wells going fishing tomorrow. Going fishing. You ought to come down my way. Yeah, I'm gonna actually do it. Take my tripod and my hero. I'll try. I'm heading actually west from here, down below Roanoke, around up above Rocky Mount, Virginia, going up in the mountains, and it takes about 75 minutes to get there. If everything is going right. So trout fishing, going trout fishing. So going to the same hole that last year I caught a 29. I caught a 29-inch brown trout out of there last year, and I'd love to catch some more like that this year. We'll see if there's a chance. If there's any chance at all. I would hope it would be tomorrow. I don't know. Moving around is going to be a bitch if I have to go from one place to another. But I could do it. But taking cameras and stuff like it's always a little bit harder if you have to walk a ways. And the place I fish, I don't have to do a lot of walking. But some other places that I do go is some tough walking. And actually, a few places you got to worry about sliding into the creek, rocks. It's a lot of stuff. So I would definitely try to be pretty smart about it. But I'm hoping that I can get. The weather to work out for me well enough to where the rest I don't have to worry about too much. If the weather works out and I'm able to get up there bright and early, which there are no school buses now. School is still what do you call it here? Online, and they got another word for it too. Not digital, but they've got another word for the school being the way it is. So it's hell, I can't think of the word for it. But y'all have a lot of wind today. Right? Yes, we did. That's the reason I did not go today. That was my main reason I didn't. We had 18 to 23 mile an hour winds today. Fishing in that is really, really tough. Darius Montre, what's going on? I am definitely trying to pick your best day of the week to go. Tomorrow's about 8 mile an hour winds. So if everything works out right tomorrow, and I do decide to go, and I'm probably leaning toward going. Tomorrow night, maybe I'll have a good video on here. I'll try to split it up in parts, but I'm thinking about going fishing tomorrow, Darius. I'm thinking about taking my my GoPro and putting it on my tripod. I've got a tripod in here. Dodgers signing close to signing Trevor Bauer. Oh, I heard some news today too. I heard that the Dolphins are considering drafting a quarterback. Now, I would never have thought that. I would have thought, they're going with Tua. They've seen something that we haven't seen, whether he's not moving around good or he's slow on a draw or can't read defense. I don't know. But that kind of struck me odd. I was like, wow. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Tribe. I'm thinking about taking my GoPro with a tripod, and I went and got a lot of stuff today. If I do use corks, I'm gonna try to use these bright yellow and orange ones so you guys can see. They say they're easier to see than the red and white ones are, but I don't always use a cork. And then I got all sorts of size of hooks there, and I got me a bunch of weights, and then I've got a lot of baits downstairs that I take with me. But I'm thinking about it. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I got to charge this GoPro battery tonight because I've got 4 of them right here handy. I got 9 of them around here somewhere. I don't know where all of them went, but I've got 4 or 5 right here handy, and I've got a couple of cards. So I'm in good shape there as far as that goes. We actually went further today on the car, and I didn't video good. I didn't do a good job video. What type of fish have you caught before? I caught a 29-inch brown trout, and it weighed right at almost 4 pounds last year. Catch a great white shark now. Supposed to get more snow in northeast Ohio tonight. Not fishing weather at all. Actually, you know what? I actually like going fishing when it snows. When it's cold, really cold, extremely cold, a lot of times fish bite even better. Especially when you know there are no flies and bugs around. You know, that's when the fish bite at the top. Then you know they're going to be at the bottom. And this creek I'm going to tomorrow, the deepest part of the hole I'm going to be fishing is probably 35, 36 inches, maybe 3 feet. It may not even be that deep, but we may be able to even see the fish. You may be able to see them at times, but there are dark holes and there are rocks and stuff around. They're very smart fish. Trout are very, very smart. Where I'm going to be, it's going to be a driveway, which is a bridge. It's people's driveway, and they cross it all the time. And I'm going to be kind of up under it fishing, and I'm going to actually be showing you guys a side angle, so you'll be able to actually probably be able to see part of the bridge, or at least hear it. But you'll probably be, I don't know, 40 feet away from where I'm fishing, so you can see the whole angle. You can see how far out I'm actually fishing. Majority of the time, I won't be using corks at all. I've got all sorts of types of trout bait, so it should be very, very interesting. If I do go, and right now I'm feeling the best I've felt all day. I didn't feel the greatest earlier today. I've been all clogged up and stopped up, but yeah, snow doesn't really stop me. Ice stops me. A lot of times rain will. If it's cold rain and I've got to stay out in it all day, I'll end up getting sick for sure. So I don't. When I was younger, I didn't let rain stop me. Not even real cold rain. I didn't let it bother me much. And even when I met my wife, Darla, I was 38, 39 years old then. She'll tell you, the first time I ever took her trout fishing, it was before we ever got married, and it started raining. She went back to the car and said, "Now I'm gonna stay out here." Me and my brother stayed out, fished. I don't know, another hour or so. I think I almost caught our limit that day. So, but now when it's raining this cold weather, I'm almost mid-50s now, so I don't try that anymore. I don't take that risk anymore. Whole lot smarter. But yeah, I wish I could show it live. I really wish I could be going live with and have my computer up there and everything, and just be going direct. But I know that's not a chance. It's not an option. I've got about 4 holes, three good fishing holes up there, but my favorite one is the one I'm going to take you to. And like I say, the last time they stocked, I caught 4 one day. I didn't catch my 6. 6 isn't a limit. But it's pretty heavily fished, and it's not that big a creek. It's only about 2 miles long. So it's not like they stock 500 fish when they stock it. Most time they stock about 250. And, that's not a lot, really. If, 10 people go out there fishing, catch a limit, that's 60 right there. And it was stocked last week. So we'll see what happens. I think there's a chance. If right now, if you're going to give me a bet whether I'll catch my limit, I'm going to say it'd be close. I think somewhere between 4 and 6 fish I can catch. When I go by myself fishing, and I hate to say this because I like to take other people fishing, but when I go fishing by myself, I can kind of be a pig as to the fishing hole and know exactly what I want to do and where I want to fish it and how I want to do it. If I take somebody else, I feel the need to try to help them out, and I'll just kind of put mine to the side, so to speak. So tomorrow it'll be, if you see me with a video up, you better believe I'm going all out trying to catch 6 fish, and we'll see what happens. I even invited a few people to go with me, and a couple people told me they couldn't for whatever reasons. And, I respect that. I respect it all the way. But, I'm going to definitely try my best to catch some fish tomorrow if I go. Like I say, I have to go in there now and see if I can fit this on to my tripod. And if it fits, then I'll have that ready when I get up there. I can just open the tripod, set that up. It's a wide open spot. It's almost like 90 degrees from where I would be fishing. I can cast out, let it go to the bottom. By the time I cut my camera on, I may be catching a fish early on. So I would hope to anyway. I would hope so. But just got to take everything with me and try not to forget anything, It's a ways, like I say, it's close to an hour and a half one way. So I'm sure the time tomorrow will probably be, it won't be this late, but it could be this late before it gets on. If I can, I'll try to snip it up where I'll have it in 5, 6 different parts. But I know it would be a lot more interesting to have a whole maybe 2-hour video of it. What's up, Huss? Anyone in here ever watch WWE NXT? I'm sorry, I do not, Darius. Do you prefer tuna or salmon? Neither one really. I'm not a big saltwater fish. Like alligator gar. I actually like. There's a guy on here that's got an alligator gar as a pet. I've been watching him lately. 2 more days till Charles Barkley is on the show. What's your thoughts on the Nets versus the Cavaliers? I really have none. Not watching a lot of the NBA right now, really. Who won the War Games match? My team or Alex's team? Hey, you go back and watch it. How about that, Darius? It's posted. Do you think the NFL will make UK or European divisions? Not anytime soon. I think it's gonna be, don't let bears steal your fish. Yeah, I don't want a bear to steal it at all. We senior adults need to stay dry. Cap's got fined $100,000 for violating COVID protocols. Yeah, when they were in a bubble playing in Toronto and Edmonton in the playoffs, they were fine. They're having problems now. You've got a few more players, more ownerships, and more cities, and it's going to be more problems. Yeah, Phillip Rivers retired, and Drew Brees is probably going to announce his retirement. And funny that they would both retire at the same time. Anybody know the reason? And it would be kind of funny that Breeze and Rivers would retire the same year. Breeze will. He's waiting for the right time to say something. I've heard he's actually going to announce it Pro Bowl week. Is what I've heard now, but we'll see. But it is funny. They were traded. No, they weren't traded for one another. No. Yeah. They weren't traded for one. Now, Cousin Doofus, Eli Manning was drafted by the Chargers, and Phillip Rivers was drafted by New York Giants. And Cousin Doofus says, "I'm not playing in San Diego." Now you can understand his feeling with the weather. Well, the weather's great. Well, with the high crime, it's not that high crime. Cousin Doofus is a doofus. That's why. So, so Eli wanted to go to New York. They did what Eli wanted, and traded Rivers out west. Well, they just had acquired a kid named Drew Brees, and Brees went to him and said, "I think I should have a chance at the starting job." And they just said, "Yeah, oh yeah, they were a laughing stock." Tomlinson made them good, but not that great. That's right. And Brees says, "I want a chance at a starting position." And the Chargers say, we've got our starting quarterback for the next 20 years. So Brees started looking around for other places that maybe he could go play. And it was, how weird is it? How weird is it? He went to New Orleans, where Manning's dad played. And he was having a rough time. He was. Brees was coming off. Would they get a 4th round or 5th round pick for him? Wasn't that it? Wasn't much. And he ends up going to New Orleans and passes for over 80,000 yards. That's some crazy shit. It's weird. Don Sutton and Lasorda pass away. Both within a week's time. Sutton wasn't a big Lasorda fan at first, and then he started to grow to him, and they were best. I think they were like best friends at the end there. How many years does Adrian Peterson have left? Man, I'm surprised he's still playing. But he's got so many baby mamas and problems with that kind of stuff. He's got to play as long as he can. My man's got to play for baby diapers. He's just I don't know. He's gonna play wherever somebody will let him play next year, just wherever. I don't think he'll start, but we'll see. He still can play hard. When he played in Washington, he was a good football player. Good football player. Today is the first time I've seen Washington's name as a team drafted Mac Jones. And don't forget, 5 months ago, before the season started, I said Mac Jones is going to be in the first round. And a lot of people laughed at me. He was projected 3rd round, mid-3rd round, Mac Jones. And I said before they even snapped the ball one time, I said Mac Jones is going to be a first-round pick. Now, I even went as far as said I think he'll be a top 10 pick. I think he should be. He probably won't be. But 24 teams attended the showcase for free agent righties, Annabelle Sanchez and Julian Tehran. Which rookie do you think will have the most NFL jersey sales for this upcoming draft? Well, it's not really fair to do that because whoever the Cowboys draft, a lot of people is going to get that jersey. They'll probably get Patrick Surtain second. That's who I would guess if they don't go with quarterback. But Um, you know, the kid from Alabama, the wide receiver. Why wouldn't you? And Trevor Lawrence is going to sell a lot of jerseys too. You know that. I don't care if he is Jacksonville. He'll sell a lot. If you could pick any 5 pitchers for your all-time pitching rotation, let's see, who would it be? Wow, that's pretty cool. Koufax, Lefty Grove, Randy Johnson, 3 lefties, Greg Maddux, Nolan Ryan. I know I left Clemens out, but I believe I'd rather have Ryan and Maddux. I believe I would. I went with 3 lefties though. They were 3 lefties that nobody could hit. That's why they just. That's who I would go with. But which game will have more total points? Packers, Bucks, Chiefs, Bills. Well, it depends. Right now, they're still in protocol for Mahomes. But when they came out and talked today, the one word they never said was concussion. They never said he had a concussion. They have not admitted to it yet. Now, they know damn well whether he did or not. So it sounds, you know, is it a cover up? I don't know. But look, admit to the people, at least tell the people, say, look, when he suffered his concussion Sunday, this is what happened. But now they're saying, oh, it was a stiff neck. Do you ever go to Oak Hill Academy basketball games? No. 3 hours away. 3 hours away. No. That's a ways for me. It's a ways. But you know, admit to it, folks. Admit to it. We saw what we saw. Okay? Did he have a pinched nerve in his neck? That would not cause him to be looking like, you know, that glassy-eyed look. He had a concussion. You know, and that's when you start wondering if the NFL is going to cover up something. And then, did you hear what Colin Cowherd had to say? Can you be a bigger idiot than this guy? Why don't we postpone the game till Monday night so he can play? Since when do we push games back a day or 2 games or 3 days so a quarterback or the star player gets to play? That's never happened. And it should never happen. That's how we have new stars in the game, folks. Do you remember back in 2001, 2001? When a kid named Brady stepped in and started playing. Remember that? Had they waited a few days more, maybe they could have had the other guy come back. But no, it didn't happen. Brady came in, did his job, and then, you know, the story's been closed since then. Bledsoe's his name. It's just, to me, it's a non-story when you're even thinking about trying to push a game back for one player. That's idiotic. Weather, stadium conditions, that's totally different. But don't push a game back because one player's hurt. No. I don't care how bad you want to see your team win. We can't do that. We can't do that. If Mahomes plays, I have a feeling that Chiefs Bills game will be higher scored, because I personally think the Bucks defense, they're gonna put Rodgers in a little bit of a scramble mode, and I think he's gonna have all he can handle to win that ball game. And I've picked the Bucks to win. I picked both road teams to win. I like your Bucks because I think that their defense. I like your Bills because I don't think Mahomes is going to be ready, 100% ready. And he better not be 75%. You put him on that field. That is not the way to go against that Bills defense. Bills defense is not the most physical, but they're awful fast, and they do hunt. They do go out there and hunt for what they want. Don't put him on the field. Don't put him on the field 70% because you're asking for real life problems. And that's the last thing we want to see is see him get carried off on a cart and, scramble brains and 2 concussions within a week's time. That would not play good even on his future. Not his future as a quarterback. I'm talking about his future as a human. That would not be good. So that's why I say they got to be looking into this big time and wondering, okay, can we let him play this week? Because they said he suffered with some real bad headaches Sunday night, and I've had concussions too, but I was a kid when I had them, and I had 1 or 2, and thank God I get that. I was too little to play football, and I was out there trying to play football, and I was just getting killed. And I was getting thrown 4 yards in the air at 12 years old. And that's, now we know better. I wouldn't, if I had a kid, I wouldn't dare let him be playing at 12 years old. Not a chance. Not a chance. I don't care if he's 6'1" and weighed 190 pounds or 200 pounds. I wouldn't let him be out there playing football. I don't really think you're developed well enough to start playing. I'm talking about tackle football with 11 on 11. Now, you can go out in the backyard and play. That's one thing, your neighbors and stuff. How about Rivers? Rivers is done. Yeah, he gave it up. I just don't think your body's developed well enough by the time you're 12 years old to really get out there and start playing tackle football where 6 guys can come out there and cream you. I just don't think so. I sent a picture to Danny earlier. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Pretty cool ass photo, if I say so myself. We went to eat tonight, and that was right there sitting in the parking lot, parked right there. We seen them drive off too. Did you hear? Have you heard what Miami may do? They're talking about drafting a quarterback. They're talking about drafting a quarterback. And this came from their front office. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether they weren't happy with Tua's performances. But I've seen 3 news outlets. I don't know what they'll do with it. But I've seen 3 news outlets that all said that the Dolphins were considering going out drafting a QB. How about that? I'm like, wow. And I thought the Jets, we'll see, but now they're talking about they may stay status quo with Darnold and go out and get one of those. I don't know. I don't know what the situation's going to be. We'll see. I think there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks drafted in this first round, and they're going to be trade bait for a lot of teams. And then the Deshaun Watson situation, you know, he could end up in Miami. That could happen, you know. And Tua does not want to play behind him. Tua wouldn't get a chance to play behind him. So, you know, they would even trade Tua to Houston, maybe in a number 1 for Deshaun Watson. What you think about Justin Herbert? We have quite a few of his rookie cards. Justin Herbert probably was he was no doubt the brightest rookie quarterback this year. He played well. Burrow was having a good year, but Burrow, man, he just got hit too many times. Herbert could use some defense. If they can bring somebody, you know, a couple more of the guys back. Bosa will be back next year. You know, they got to keep that offensive line intact too. But what they need more than anything is a couple more up front 7 guys defensively, and if they can, oh yeah, Burrow, I thought was going to be the best quarterback last year. I really did. And this year, I like Mac Jones, but the kid from BYU, you can't argue about him either. We'll see about Lawrence. We will see. Lawrence is NFL ready, but he's got to go somewhere that's going to be protecting him. In Jacksonville, they've got a ton of cap space. So at the end of this season, as soon as free agency opens, they need to go out and get them a couple of linemen right off the bat. And then use Trevor Lawrence just like teams use Tom Brady. What's the first thing a wide receiver or running back wants to see? They want to see a quarterback that can distribute the football. And once they see that Tom Brady went to Tampa, it was like a Pied Piper that went down to Tampa Bay, and everybody behind him wanted to follow along and see if they could play with him. Now, is it because he's 43 years old? Of course not. Is it because he's got 6 rings? You damn right. It's because he's got 6 rings, and they know he knows how to play the game. If Trevor Lawrence can come in there and do the same thing, Trevor Lawrence comes in there and starts throwing the ball around, and they see he's not turning the ball over, and you hear some announcers say, well, they could really use another running back. That gets in their heads. That gets in a running back's head right there. As soon as they hear, well, that place needs a running back. If you get cut or something, the first place you go into somewhere, even if they're a good team, maybe they need you. And that's exactly what LaShawn McCoy did. And McCoy was on the field for 8 snaps last week against the Saints. So he played some, didn't play a lot. And then I don't even think he ran the ball maybe over one time, but he did play. But Burrow, they've got to get him some protection too. And if they do it, hey, everybody's giving that division to the Browns next year. Not so fast, folks. Ben's coming back. All right. Ben Roethlisberger he's not chopped liver. He's a Hall of Famer. All right. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson's coming back. Lamar Jackson could help win that division. I know he could. Now, playoff-wise, can he go into playoffs and beat 3 playoff caliber teams on the road? No, I don't think he can do that. And neither was Mayfield able to do that. So I'm going to tell you, that's going to be the toughest division next year. AFC North. That's just going to be a black and blue division next year. And look, as bad as the NFC East was last year, they've got to get some quarterbacks. Dallas has got to get them a quarterback. Washington's got to get them a quarterback. Philadelphia, they've got to get one quarterback and stick with it. And, you know, somebody in that division wins 11 games next year. I'm sorry. Somebody will. They've got, you know, Philadelphia had the worst record, so they're going to have a fourth place schedule. I look for them to come out next year and really play hard. Doug Peterson, where is he going to end up? I still think there's going to be some more firings yet. I still think there's going to still be another NFL firing before it's over with. We'll see. But I still think there's going to be at least one more job open soon. I think so. But I don't think Peterson will be right for that job. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's all dependent on who advances this week. And that makes a ton of difference. But you know, I still can't believe they sticking with McCarthy in Dallas. They got Dan. They picked up Dan Quinn as their defensive coordinator today too. That's big news. Dallas should be a much better team next year. Dan Quinn was one hell of a defensive coordinator when he was in Seattle. He had the Legion of Boom defense. That was Dan Quinn's defense. If he goes into Dallas and says, look, we're not taking any bullshit, and this is the way things are going to work, heads may roll. Heads may roll. Sean Lee, they've said for a while, has been kind of a catalyst and all. They may put him to the side, put him out to pasture, if things don't change. And bring a new era in. And they're not scared. Quinn's not scared too. Dallas is scared too, maybe. Quinn's not scared at all to do it. He'll play his players and not be scared at all. And that's what you got to be if you're a defensive coordinator. You can't be scared to play your players at all. I heard somebody said earlier what J Happ, he signed somewhere. Where did J Happ sign? J Happ. Twins signed him. Twins signed J Happ. That's a good signing right there. When he's pitching well, and I saw him pitch in Philadelphia. When he's pitching well, he's not unhittable. But I tell you one thing, he's a guy that is capable of pitching a 92 pitch complete game. He's capable of doing it. He can miss the bat enough times to do that. So it'll be interesting to see what J Happ does in Minnesota. He's not going to be called on to be number one or number two. And that'll be another good thing for him. He won't be playing Garrett Cole very often or Verlander, any of those big name guys. He won't be called on to have to pitch against them very much. He'll be going against the lesser guys. And they're selling tickets to games. They are selling tickets to regular season games, not to the spring training games, but to regular season games. They're selling tickets, already. That tells me that they really seem to think that they're going to be able to have some kind of way to seat people in a baseball stadium. It should be interesting. Should be very, very interesting because places like Tampa, Miami, let's see, where else? Arlington. Some of these places that don't sell that many tickets, it's not going to affect them really if they have to spread the seating out. It's only, just for the people selling beer, they'll have to walk all over the stadium instead of in one little area. But they can spread them out pretty good. Tampa, average 6,000-7,000 people, and their owner last year was one of the biggest whining bitches there was. And I'm like, why are you whining? It's not like you're selling tickets like Philadelphia and New York and Boston. You're not selling 40,000 a night. You're selling 5,000-6,000. You wouldn't even fill up a AAA park with the fans that you've got coming to Tampa. But he was one of the biggest whiners last year, and they got a ton of MLB funds from the TV contract last year. Now the TV contract didn't work right for me and Darla, so we did not get the extra innings package last year. We did not. But we're looking forward to doing it this year. We want to see 162 games. We're not going to get pay the full price for a package and play 50 games. That's just not happening. We got to hope that they're going to have this under control pretty soon. I hope they do. I think that's it right now. We got all my stuff here. We'll see what I can do tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do anything and everything I possibly can within my power. Maybe to catch some fish. I don't know what it'll be, but we're gonna give it the effort. I hope you guys will watch the video if I'm able to get it to work for me. I hope so. Anyway, till I'll see you again. My name's Rob. Have a great evening. We'll see what fishing, what happens with me going fishing if I do go tomorrow. And hey, if I don't, I'll be around here and I'll keep doing what I'm, working on my eBay store and stuff like that. I've been working on that big time hard this week. So that's why I haven't been online very much. Thanks to everybody that played a part last night in my wrestling. Thomas Morgan, he requested it and he appreciated it. I like that when somebody, if they request something of me, that they do show appreciation. He really did, man. He enjoyed it, said he liked it. And thanks, Thomas. And it won't be the last time I do it. Next time, you may not even have to bring it up. I may just do it. So I might surprise you one time. And we're gonna get some more games on the board here soon. Like I said, I'm just trying to get my store in line, my eBay store. If I can get that all situated, we'll go from there and we'll see what we got going on. Till we see you again, my name's Rob. Thanks so much for joining me. God bless. And I hope by tomorrow evening at this time you get some fishing to watch. Hope so. Have a good one. Bye.